Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Rodgers going to come out throwing.
He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this has taken that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
On 1st down, Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
2nd and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Akers is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Cam Akers
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Titans are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Let's go.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Jackson now. Swinging this out for Pollard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play, won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
2nd down, Pollard again. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff in the stuff.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Andre Yoshibas. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play.
To throw is Rodgers on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
The sack goes to Damian Wilson.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
These two teams all tied after one. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
on the defensive side.
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught inside the 15. 39 yards there, a big one. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
They'll run with Pollard.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Pollard again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
To throw is Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown!
Yoshivas.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play, but so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll send Rice in motion. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one too low.
This is a half for not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll pitch this out to Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. 60 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just out.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on first down.
That's dumped off to Pollard.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
3rd and 5.
Jackson looking deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this was a little bit of the knock on him coming out of college. Sometimes the concentration could wander a bit. This should have been a big play, but somehow he's not able to corral it.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They're obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Jonathan Jones. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Win or go home. That's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught by Evans. And some room to work. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD.
Tony Pollard, 14 yards.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Rodgers now on first down.
That's into the hands of Fortson.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rice. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. A route running set.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans get a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. In motion right is Hopkins. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He finds his man, Pollard. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati.
It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Jackson. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Pollard. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Lamar Jackson punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards.
First down, Tennessee.
In motion right, that's Wilson.
Rodgers now on first down.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. That is caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth
from 13 yards out.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
It's a run with Akers.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, Pollard again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Pollard again. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, Jackson. Swinging this out for Pollard. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Pollard will take it up the gut. Shedding the tackle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
No, we change it.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Trey McBride, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Scott on the return, out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Go, baby, let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Phil
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.